Hello and welcome to the show. I am back on Forza Horizon 4 today, building another car to take on the Needle Pass. However, I don't know what I'm going to be using. It's certainly not going to be this Evo 6. This is our current leader, the car to try and beat, although not technically this version of the car, because this is built for rallying. But either way, we are going to be building an A-Class car to take on the Needle Pass with whatever the gods of Forza decide to give us. Now, I have got 2 super wheel spins I'm hoping I can get a car from. If not, I've got plenty of Forzathon points that I can spend on wheel spins until we get a car that is suitable. It must be a car that can go into A-Class and a car that we haven't run before. So, let's go see what the terrible, terrible wheel spin luck will give us. I mean, I'm hoping for something exciting even if I can't run it. We almost got something exciting. We could have had a Myers Manx, we could have had a Ferrari Testarossa. Instead, we got some money. I mean, money's better than nothing, at least. Right, second time. Maybe we will get something exciting. Come on, for a car. Nope, there's no sign of a car, is there? Well, that was a terrible, terrible lot of super wheel spins. Lovely stuff, game. What am I doing? Where am I going? I was hoping I'd have got at least a car from that, but apparently the answer is no. We are going to go... Yeah, we'll just go super wheel spins. It's slightly cheaper. You know what? I'm going to buy 2 just in case, because I'm willing to bet. Surely in 4 super wheel spins, we must at least get a car that will be in A-Class or less than A-Class. Come on, game. Let's see what we can get this time. Is it going to be more terrible clothing? Oh, it's going to be a Focus. Hey, we get 3 cars this time around. Fantastic stuff. Well, the first vehicle from this lot is the one that I shall use. So we are going to be using the Focus. You know, we'll do the other wheel spin while we're here. Focus. Interesting choice. I don't know whether it'll be able to go with the fastest of the front-wheel drive cars. Well, we got some decent money, at least, from that one. I won't turn that down. Thank you very much, game. Okay, Focus, it'll be quite high starting PI. My concern with the Ford would be I don't have much PI to play with. I think it's quite high B-Class, if I remember. It might even be a very low A-Class car. Now, I'm hoping we can at least get race tyres. I think we should still get race tyres on the car. Okay, so it is B-Class. Yeah, we probably just about get race tyres on it. So then what we can get afterwards is the... I say the concern. I think it's going to be perhaps lacking a little bit of power or a bit too heavy. Basically, power-to-weight ratio might not quite be strong enough. Certainly to compete with the likes of the Volvo. We know the Scirocco was a very, very fast front-wheel drive car. We know the Scirocco is a very, very good front-wheel drive car. So if we can get anywhere near that, I think we'd be doing well. Now, we're definitely going to want as wider tyres as we can get. Grip is everything. Wow, that's the most PI I think I've ever seen added on from track width. To whole PI from that. Yeah, grip is massively, massively important on the way up the Needle Pass. We're going to be wanting race suspension. We're going to be wanting any bits of handling that we can get. I will have a roll cage. It adds weight, but that extra chassis rigidity, or it loses PI on some cars. The extra chassis rigidity is worth it for what we are doing here. I think I want to take all the way out, if I'm honest. I think 300 horsepower is actually not too shabby a, starting point, so I think we dump all the way out of the car, and then we work from there. Is going to be my best option. We will want aero parts on the vehicle. Any grip that we can get is a strange rear wing, but any grip we can get is good. What engines does this get? I'm not swapping it. I'll get Turbo Rally engine if we want it. I guess Turbo Rally engine is technically slightly lighter. But we will be sticking with the normal engine. We only swap engines if we cannot get the car to the top of the class, and that will not be an issue with this one. Now, sometimes gearboxes... There we go. Sometimes gearboxes make us faster and lose us PI, or make us the same and lose us some PI. So I feel like that's probably a good idea to do that. Saving a few PI anywhere is a good idea. Let's chuck the exhaust on. Always tend to go for exhaust first. You get a half-decent weight saving from that, so it's generally worth it. I will generally go for it as a first upgrade, if you like. Got plenty of torque coming from this engine, 370 torque, which is pretty damn nice. We can get it up to 354 horsepower, so it's pretty powerful, pretty torquey. I say a little bit heavier. Not the worst in terms of weight. Not the worst in terms of weight, certainly. Down to £2,600. And maybe sneak in a... Nope. It's worth a look. You never know. We have got the diff. Yeah, 350 horsepower, 380 torque. We know it's a pretty mad front-wheel drive car, this one. Could it possibly fight with the Scirocco and Volvo? Because, well, they've got exactly the same time up this course. So, here we are at the bottom of the Needle Pass with our Ford. I'm going to have 3 runs up the course to try and go as fast as possible. I mean, the fastest time we're not likely to be getting closer. That Evo 6 at 24.9, we can probably forget that. Realistically, we're looking at fighting the other front-wheel drive cars at 128.2 exactly, and that is what both the front-wheel drive cars have achieved up here so far. This is going to understeer. Well, actually, surprisingly, it's almost the oversteer that gets it. Understeer. It's going to understeer through, or it's going to certainly on power understeer its way through these corners. Curiously, it's kind of the back end that's breaking loose on this car as we go around here, which is not what you would expect from a front-wheel drive car. But certainly in those first couple of corners, I mean, we are going to have, I guess, a little bit of cold rear tyres. I don't know how much that affects on... Oh, I might have turned a bit too much there. I don't know how on earth we got away with that. I felt sure we completely missed that checkpoint, but the game still managed to give it to me. I mean, we're not carrying anywhere near as much speed through there as we did with the Quattro. This will probably accelerate faster than the Quattro, I would expect. However, yeah, it isn't going to quite carry the same mid-corner speed here, and it won't have... Well, we'll be able to get on the power out. I was going to say traction, but that's less of an issue up here. But yeah, it just won't be able to put the power down because you'll just get buckets full of front-wheel drive understeer and wheel spin. We are okay around there, though. It's not too bad yet. Certainly as we've got further on the course, the back end is now... Say it's sticking. It's still on the verge of letting go. Not as bad as it is early on as we head out of the first of our final pair of hairpins, and the final... Oh, turned a bit too much again. But the front end has got, you know, a decent amount of turn in. I'm now chasing the back of the car. Oh, well, we hit the solid thing. Okay, it all went a little bit wrong at the top of the course. We forget about that slightly. I mean, considering everything went very wrong at the top, and I was... Oh, I didn't mean to press that button, and I got twisted, and yeah. There's not a terrible first run. I think this could stand a chance of going faster to the front-wheel drives. Right, we are on to our second run, hopefully with less exploring of the crash barrier, preferably, let's be honest. I think this is pretty good for a front-wheel drive car. It did seem fairly quick. I've got to be aware, certainly on these first corners, we do not actually have very much at all in the way of rear-end grip, and I mean, even a little bit further up, this is a surprisingly oversteery front-wheel drive car. Let's try it. There we go. That's more like it through the first corner. Right, that's good. I'm going to try a slightly different line. It's a slightly different line through here. I'm just going to go for a... Oh, it's kind of a late apex. I actually got that one a little bit wrong as well through there. Just trying to kind of straighten the car up on the... Oh, we're going to get unsettled there. That's not really what I wanted to be doing through that next corner. Yeah, I was going to try and straighten up the exit, but I didn't quite get that one right, but never mind. We are currently going up again. The turn-in when you aren't spinning the wheels is actually remarkably good from this car, which probably will help it with its overall speed up here. I've just got to actually remember not to turn in too sharply in a couple of places with the vehicle. Oh, there goes the back again. It's fun. It's a fun front-wheel drive car to drive, and I think we've seen one of these go before in some verse communities. The front-wheel drive up in A-Class was very, very quick. Of course, didn't work when we got to the dirt as well compared to some of the all-wheel drive cars, but as front-wheel drive does work surprisingly well in this game. To a point, of course, you're not going to have an S1 class car working particularly well, I wouldn't expect. However, yeah, up in A-Class, front-wheel drive on Horizon 4 will still work. Again, I'll go for that little bit of a later apex. Don't really know if I wanted that on that particular hairpit. It was more of I drove it a bit too deep and had to rescue it somehow. There we go, out of the final corner. Ooh, that's a good time. That's a very good time from the Focus. A 127.6. It beats the front-wheel drive competition. Beats the front-wheel drive competition quite successfully. It's almost as fast as the 205 T16. So if we have a good final run, maybe we can have some impressive rally car beating. Well, this is it. The final chance for the Focus RS, and I do think it could possibly go faster even than the Honda, the S2000, our old leader. We only need to find a couple of tenths of a second, and if everything goes right, then it might just be doable. Although, truth be told, the Honda is easier to get to that sort of time than the Focus. This is not the easiest of cars to get that sort of speed out of, but it is very impressive as fast as it has gone. It is very impressive as fast as it has gone around here. Come on, Focus, there we go. That nicely does it through the first couple of corners. It's got remarkably good turn-in. It's when you start to stamp on the power a little too soon. That's what you got to watch out for with this vehicle, and you got to watch out for the back end doing uncharacteristic things, if you like. Oh, don't go loose over a crest. That's not fun times. A little bit of understeer still through there. But we still get to 76 miles an hour on the exit of that corner, which I think is about as fast as the Quattro was going through all of that now. A little earlier, perhaps, on the brakes there would have been good. We brushed the fence on the outside. We've not quite flat all the way through here. Again, this is where the all-wheel drive cars do have that advantage. You'll get on the power almost immediately out of these corners with no worries, whereas with this I've got to be very mindful of where it's going to end up. We're going fairly well up here. I don't know whether it's going to be enough to beat that S2000 or not. Into the hairpins we go with a little teensy bit of oversteer from the Ford. Not too bad though, and this is the final corner. Come on, don't let go now, car. Find some grip, run to the line. It's done it. The front-wheel drive Focus RS has done it with even the slightest kiss on the armco at one point. It has gone faster than the S2000. 127.399 for the Focus. That's a seriously impressive time. That's a seriously impressive amount of speed from the front-wheel drive car. Okay, you know, we're not quite considering the top of the leaderboard cars. They were pretty much in another league, if you like, almost the Quattro and the Evo so far, but to have got as fast as that with a front-wheel drive vehicle is a testament to just how good the Focus RS is. It beats the S2000 not by very much, let's be honest here. It is not by very much at all, but it does go quicker. We are a couple of tenths of a second faster than the 205 T16. We beat the Monte Carlo, we beat the RX-8, we beat the other front-wheel drive, the Scirocco and the Volvo. We are, of course, a bit down on the Evo 6 and the Audi Quattro, but that is faster than I was expecting. That is faster than I was expecting from the Focus, and as far as lucky dip wheel spin cars go, I think that is. Oh, I pressed a button. Well, we're going to sure. You know, let's have a look at the lovely, the lovely photo mode. Sure, why not? Yeah, that is a hell of a machine. That is a hell of a machine that has gone and will go into a podium spot for now. That though is going to be it for this week's episode. As ever, if you have vehicle requests, cars you would like to see run up the hill climb stage, then please do leave them in the comments below. The most liked request will be ran next time out, provided it is A, obtainable by me, and B, within the class restrictions, and so on. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.